Hello and welcome to Northeast Media Hub, the fastest growing digital media platform. I am Adalbert Khar with the latest Hub news. Be informed, be alert. In a major update for the 5th Meghalaya Games, which will be held in Tura, President Draupadi Murmu is set to inaugurate the mega sporting event of the state. The Games will be held from January 15 to 20, 2024 and are being held for the first time away from Shillong city. Confirming the development, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed that President Murmu will inaugurate the event at Tura on January 15 and will be in Shillong on January 16 for other events. Taking to his Instagram handle, he said, President Murmu's presence at the Games will be a great encouragement for the youth of our state. Over 3,000 athletes will be competing across 22 disciplines in the 2024 edition of the Games. For the first time, traditional or indigenous games will be part of the Meghalaya Games. The effort is to promote the rich culture and tradition of the three tribes, that is Khasi, Jaintia and Garo, of Meghalaya through sports. The state government will be spending over Rs 23 crores for the Games in Tura, West Garo Hills district. Electoral Office of Southwest Garo Hills has successfully completed the compilation of the final electoral roll for the upcoming elections. Final publication of photo electoral roll with reference to 1st January 2024 as the qualifying date was distributed to the executive heads of recognized political parties of Southwest Garo Hills by Deputy Commissioner of Southwest Garo Hills R.P. Marak in the presence of additional Deputy Commissioners of the district Rezina Marak and Preeti Lisa Sangma and BDOs of Rera Pera and Beta Singh C and RD blocks Arman Momin and Digonto Hajong on Friday at the DRDA Conference Hall, Ampati. The electoral registration officers of the following assembly constituencies, that is 53 Ampati ST, 54 Mahendraganj ST and 55 Salmanpara ST, have prepared the final photo electoral rolls in accordance with the registration of Electoral Roll 1960 with reference to January 1st, 2024 as the qualifying date. Albert Sarangthem, a young engineering student from Imphal, has turned a vintage Bajaj 150 scooter into an eco-friendly electric vehicle. Albert earned the praise and appreciation for his work. He christened his candy red e-scooter as Samadon EV2. He is currently pursuing his 5th semester in computer engineering in Manipur Institute of Technology or MIT. He had earlier assembled an e-bike in 2022 which he named as Samadon EV1. Samadon means a divine flying horse in Meitei mythology. He said the basic mechanism to transform a fuel-run vehicle into an electric one is to take away all the parts which are operated by fuel like engine, carburetor and other correlated parts and replace with motor, speed controller and battery and other interrelated parts. Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Homa has opposed the centre's plan to erect fencing along the porous Myanmar borders. Laldu Homa recently met Prime Minister Narendra Modi and several other union ministers in Delhi. He apprised the Prime Minister and other ministers that the current border with Myanmar was forced upon the two ethnic groups by the then British government without the prior consent of the Mizo people and that it is still unacceptable for people on both sides of the border. Laldu Homa, during his meeting with External Affairs Minister S. J. Shankar, said that if the centre constructs a border fencing along the Mizoram-Myanmar border, it would amount to acceptance of the blunder committed by the British colonial government, which divided the Mizo people living in both India and Myanmar. The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO has placed the Aditya L1 spacecraft in a halo orbit around the Lagrangian point or L1. India's maiden solar mission Aditya L1 reached the L1 point on January 6, 127 days after it was launched on September 2, 2023. After a 1.5 million kilometers long journey, the spacecraft was placed in a halo orbit around L1 following a firing maneuver which was carried out by ISRO scientists and engineers at the ISRO Telemetry Tracking and Command Network ISTRAC in Bengaluru. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced that the Aditya L1 has reached its destination. Aditya L1, the first Indian space-based observatory to study the sun, was launched on September 2, 2023 from the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in Sriharikota. Kishan Lyngdoh went into the record books as the first Meghalaya domiciled player to hit a Ranji Trophy double century, an historic feat he accomplished on Saturday on the second day of the match against Arunachal Pradesh in Anand, Gujarat. Ram Guru meanwhile made his mark as well with a century on his first-class debut as Meghalaya completely dominated proceedings. Meghalaya declared the first innings on 504 for 9, giving them a lead of 410 after Arunachal had been dismissed on Friday for just 94. At stumps, Arunachal were 57 for 2 in the second innings. Kishan and Ram resumed play on Saturday morning on 68 and 61 respectively, not knowing the feats that they would achieve. They had already made 133 together for the third wicket and would add nearly 200 more by the time the partnership was broken. Thank you for listening to Hub Podcast. For latest news and updates, follow us on www.hubnetwork.in. Download Hub News app in your mobile from Google Play Store and Apple App Store. For promotion and publicity, write to us at info@hubnetwork.in. Thank you. Kublai Shibon Mitela.